Hi, it's day 18 of 2021, and here in America, we are honoring and celebrating the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Did you know, in 1954, at the age of 25, he accepted a call to be the lead pastor at the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. In 1955, this is the Rosa Parks incident where she refused to sit in the back of the bus. She sat in the front. And so Pastor King, he organized a bus boycott in 1955. In 1956, the Supreme Court sided with the bus boycott, causing Martin Luther King Jr. to be in the cover of Time magazine. That was 1956. In 1957, he organized the Southern Leadership Christian Conference, which organized the civil rights movement. And so you've heard of the everything that happened during this time. And in let me see if I remember this. I have it in my notes. Yes, in 1963, he was arrested in Birmingham. And this is where he wrote his famous letter from a Birmingham jail. He leaves the jail a few months later, and he leads 200,000 people to the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., where now he cast a vision. He preaches the sermon, the famous sermon, I Have a Dream. That was 1963. A few months later, Kennedy introduced legislation for civil rights. In 1964, it gets voted. And now Martin Luther King Jr. not only is the Time Man of the Year, but he receives the Nobel Peace Prize. He was only 35 years old. 10 years. This man made a difference. Why? Because he did not allow a limiting belief to hold him back. What's a limiting belief? A limiting belief, Michael Hyatt calls it, and I'm going to read it here, is a misunderstanding of the present that shortchange your future. See, at the time, civil rights was what? We're going to be free and we could get to sit in a restaurant and sit in the front of the bus. He did not allow that truth, that false narrative to hold him back. This is why the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7, for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. I want to challenge us. What's holding you back? What's that limiting belief that's holding you back, right? You're overweight. You can't go back to school. You can't write. You're too old. You're too young. What is that limiting belief that's holding you back? Today, you need to be free. Like Martin Luther King Jr., you need to have a dream for yourself. And that's why I'm challenging us to choose your word so that you can be free. Replace your limiting truth to a liberating truth. Have a dream for yourself. Because Martin Luther King Jr. did so much. And I believe his word was justice. And he lived that word every day, even on his dying day. And that's my thought as I think and reflect on the life of my hero, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. God bless you. Bye-bye.